Hello! Welcome to today's Spakinect Live. Appreciate you all taking the time to join us. I'm joined by one of my favorite people, Miss Winter Rose. My name is Chris, and Tiffany is our wizard behind the scenes who will be making sure that everything flows beautifully for you all to listen to Winter and I chat for a few minutes today. So thank you again for joining. The reason you're here today is we are have launched our biggest sweepstakes to date. And Spakinect is offering an entire year of GFEs to a lucky winner. Today, our topic is going to be growth in the aesthetic wellness space, especially through 2025. As all you know out there, the aesthetic industry has exploded over the past few years, and there's no signs of slowing. So I couldn't think of a better guest to join me to talk about growth today than Winter. So Winter, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today.
Thank you, Chris, for asking me to do this. This is an honor. I really appreciate it.
For sure. It's an honor to be here with you as well. So today we're going to be talking about increasing capacity in med spa and wellness clinics across the United States. What that really translates to, is increasing revenue. Winter, I've always felt that the key in this industry to increasing revenue is through patient satisfaction. It's essential to longevity because it fuels the resources needed for a business to grow. The reason I invited you is I am confident in saying that no one knows growth better than you do. You own multiple businesses across multiple states, and you also help other business owners elevate their practice. So it seemed like a really natural fit that you and I get to hang and chat on this topic today. My favorite part about my job is meeting new people. It's what fuels me and fills my cup. I wanted to just tell everyone out there how Winter and I came to know each other. I remember a little over a year ago getting a meeting invitation last minute on a Friday. Yep. It was a little outside of our hours, and I said, I got this. And there was Winter on the other side, and Winter expressed a need for compliance, but her main focus was patient safety. And she had a big upcoming event, and she was concerned about being able to handle that throughput. And to date, no one has signed up for Spakinect faster than Winter. And that record holds true even a year down the road. So Winter, enough of me talking. Do me a favor, let everyone know who you are, what you do, and what the IV Club is all about.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Yes, that was you. I was in dire need of a nurse practitioner, just everything that Spakinect gives with your guys' nurse practitioners and safety and wellness of the good faith exams. So you helped me in a pinch, and I will forever use you guys for that reason, because you and your team are incredible. I will say that. But so I own IV therapy businesses in Arizona and in Nevada, and we're expanding a little bit more. And I just try to help people feel healthy, feel better. And sometimes, the hangovers that we get here in Vegas, I will say. And I do big events, just big events, the Life is Beautiful concerts, but mostly my focus on health. Health and wellness. That's my big focus. That's the reason why I even joined and started doing my business in the first place, because there was such need for it.
Winter, tell us, how did you get into the medical field? How did you find a passion for helping other people feel good?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll give you the Reader's Digest on it. I started as a really young kid doctoring sick animals for cattle, horses, cats, dogs, all that stuff. My family owned feedlots between 30 to 50,000 head of cattle and 100 head of horses. So I worked really close with my veterinarians. And in my pastime, what I would do is I enjoyed reading medicine bottles and a dictionary. And I would sit there and look up everything the medicine bottle said on it. And if I didn't understand a word, I would look it up in the dictionary to understand why and how it was used so I could help the animals. And then my passion grew from there. And I decided to stepped into dental for 12 years. And then I pretty much did everything I could do to a tooth. So I decided, okay, I need more. So then I decided to become a nurse. And then I moved here to Vegas, and I was a circulator nurse in the OR in Las Vegas for 10 years. And then I decided I needed more. I needed to help more people because there's so many surgeries and different things. Of course, I helped a lot of people, but I want to prevent them from coming to have surgeries because there's so many different things that we can do and help people to prevent that. And so I wanted to put my knowledge out there.
Hey, Winter, I've shared this with you before, but I'm gonna share it again because I think it's important. Thank you for being a nurse and for your time as a nurse. I think that nurses are so underappreciated in our country, and fortunately, unfortunately, I've had some experiences with nurses, and I know that they made those experiences, those unpleasant experiences, as pleasant as possible. So from all of us, that don't say it enough, thank you for your time serving others. That's really cool of you. And as a over a decade long vegetarian, thank you for helping animals. Appreciate you. For those that can't say it, I read something about you because I wanted to be prepared for this interview, and I saw something on your social media page, and there was a quote. There was this really beautiful picture of you in scrubs, but a quote was underneath it, and it said, "If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you."
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe for me to assume that this vision, maybe of entrepreneurship, pulled you into your current endeavors, or can you just elaborate on that just a bit more for me?
Yeah. So that came out. It's several factors actually. And it's kind of a little bit emotional. So I lost my husband 5 years ago. He was a police officer here in Vegas for 22 years. Unfortunately, he had a heart attack. And after that day, I mean, I knew I wanted something more. When I was doing nursing, I knew I wanted to help more people. But then after that day, I started a foundation called Healthy Hearts for Heroes. And I went full bore in helping firefighters and police officers and first responders to get their hearts checked out. So another person didn't have to go through what I went through. And so that's what actually fueled my drive to do IVs and help people get them healthy again, and worked with cardiac doctors and a bunch of doctors here in Vegas to help people feel better, make sure they're better. And yeah, that was my passion. That's what really started the IV club, actually.
Some of the most beautiful things in life come from passion and need, and thank you for again helping others. Your selflessness is always been at the forefront of everything you've done and that we've talked about, and I'm sure listeners out there can relate and connect to that. But again, thank you for sharing that.
Yep.
I firmly believe that one of your greatest qualities is your tenacity. And clearly success seems to follow you from being a little girl researching medicine bottles to now, thriving as a business owner in multiple states with aspirations to grow more. In this industry, it is predominantly women owned. And we know that, and we've known that for a long time. And I'm sure that makes you and our listeners super proud. Do you think that we could just chat for a second on, what is Winter's definition of success? And I think I don't need to say this. It doesn't need to be money, but like, what is your definition of success as a woman business owner in the aesthetic wellness industry?
Well, I guess not even as a woman business owner, but yeah, as a woman, my success, I guess, every day, every patient that I treat, as long as I can help them in some way and make them feel better and help their life, because if you can't pour into an empty cup. If you're empty, you can't pour into anybody else, right? And so many of us as women and business owners, I mean, we own businesses, and then we have to go home, take care of the children, take care of the house, be a wife, just everything on top of it. And we get run down and we get tired. And so I do work on a lot of women. I help a lot of women with their health, with their energy. And that's one of the things is like, you cannot pour yourself if you're empty. And so it's huge. The better you feel, and if I can make somebody feel better and make them have more energy and, their health, then they can pour into others too, into their children, into their husbands, into their work. Yep. So
how does Winter keep her cup full? Because it seems like you do a lot of pouring.
I mean, helping patients, that helps. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just a passion of mine. It's just a passion of mine. I do riding my horses, taking care of my animals, taking care of my daughter. And I'm remarried now, so my husband and my family and my friends. Yep. And mostly just, I really like to make people feel better about themselves. I really, and just to focus on their health. And like I said, if they get a benefit out of it from what I'm doing, that makes me happy.
I hope anyone listening or viewing can kind of sense who you are and get that feeling that I've gotten from day one. You have a magic touch to you, Winter. You make people feel really good about themselves. And it's an incredibly rare trait. And I'm again lucky to know you and to learn more about you, even more today than I thought I did. Let's jump into Spakinect and our partnership. It was crazy for me. I looked back at our first correspondence, and we are now 1 year and 1 week from initially meeting each other.
Yep.
So you have been with Spakinect for a touch over a year now. How were you doing good faith exams prior to us forming this partnership?
So I was using my medical director, Dr. Virgil, and he's a anesthesiologist, and he's amazing. But it was really hard, honestly, because he works night shifts, and so I'd have to bother him during the day, making my phone calls and talking to him and trying to do the right thing by my patients to make everything, perfect. And so it was hard. It was really hard. And I was on the verge of hiring a nurse practitioner, doing something I could. But the problem is when nurse practitioners, most of the time in this town, obviously, there's a lot of work, hospitals and stuff. So they're busy traveling to other hospitals. So I would have to almost hire like 10 different nurse practitioners to take every call all the time throughout the whole week. But then I found you guys, and it's just, you guys are just a phone call away, which is amazing. It's helped me so much. It's relieved me. And actually, the Nevada State Board of Nursing recommended you guys. That's how I found you. Because I called the Nevada State Board because things changed here. And I really like my nursing license. So I want to stay in compliance on everything. And I had a long talk with them. And they recommended you. And so I looked up everything that was about you, had a conversation with you, and you put me at ease. You put my heart at ease. And so that's why I signed up. And every time I call into a nurse practitioner, I know that they know there's everything. And I sit there and listen to the call and the way they're asking the questions. And not once have I found a nurse practitioner on your guys' team that I didn't like. They're all amazing.
This is going to be a shameless plug to our nurse practitioners with Spakinect, but I think they're the best in the world. I think I've had a chance to meet with them and join their clinical forums and get to know them, the best you can in a virtual environment. And I do think they're second to none. So to our providers out there, thank you for doing what you do. And Winter, thanks for acknowledging that. They put a lot into what they do. And, Spakinect is approaching its 13th year being a company, and patient safety has always been at the forefront of everything we've done and will continue to do. So for a client of ours to say that about our nurse practitioners is super special. So appreciate it. And to your medical director, we hear this a lot. They are great people, but they are very busy people. Mm-hmm. And it's a business owner, I'm sure that, everything's not planned. So I can only assume, especially given the mobile
Yep.
aspect of your business, that having a network of nurse practitioners available at any given notice 7 days a week is probably a huge benefit to not just you, but your patients, so that they don't have to return.
Right. It's huge. And I mean, especially being here in Vegas, I mean, we're a party town. People love to see us. And not only that, but I do a lot of home health too, because it's so busy and it's a 24/7 hour town. So if this is a 24/7 town, then I have to be 24/7 also to help everybody out.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that you're probably 24/7 helping everyone out. Do you feel that Spakinect has given you more time? We talked about horse mom. I remember us meeting and there was a dog on camera and kids and remarried. And, I'm sure you need winter time. Has bringing Spakinect onto your operations at least given you any additional time that you get to focus on things outside of business?
Yes, because I can send my nurses to do IVs, and I know you guys are just a phone call away, and I know the good health exams are being done, so I don't have to stress about that. I don't have to be on my phone checking up on them all the time, and I can go through the portal and see what patients they've seen, and the notes that the nurse practitioners have said. So it helps me. It actually gives me a peace of mind. And so if I'm peaceful, if my mind's peaceful, then I'm not stressed and I'm not checking up on things constantly. So it's helped a lot.
It's super fitting that you say peace of mind is, our owners had an ethos all those years ago about giving peace of mind through telehealth.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned patient safety is at the forefront, but ultimately that was unprompted, and you kind of hit a home run with that, because that's exactly what we strive to do, and the gift that we strive to give, which is peace of mind for the patient experiencing the evaluation or the owner who is, putting their patient through that. The Spakinect has always and will always do everything we can to be an extension of your team and an extension of the team of our clients. We always want to become that partner. And I think what really makes our providers special is, they are employees of Spakinect. So correct me if I'm wrong, have you gotten a chance to see some of these providers over and over again?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Do you find that gives you more peace of mind, or do you feel that creates a real sense of partnership when a patient does meet one of our providers online?
Absolutely. Because pretty much I know what the nurse practitioner is going to ask, the different ones, and what they're going to say. And I do have to say, every time they answer the phone, they're friendly, which makes me happy, because I'm in customer service, right? And so I don't want the phone to be answered with some grumpy nurse or somebody, nurse practitioner or doctor or anything. And it's so relieving, because I can hear their voice and see them. I'm like, oh, I know, blah, 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 blah. I just, and I'll even chat with them for a second. Hi, how's your day going? They're so sweet. And it does bring a peace of mind to me, because they're there constantly. So they're doing it all the time. I'm going through it. So it's not just sprung on them like, oh, what do I do? Or what do I ask? I know they know their things and know exactly what I'm doing. So they know the right questions to ask, which is huge for me.
That's great to hear. What were some of your concerns about outsourcing your good faith exams prior to us becoming partners?
Well, number one, how their customer service was going to be, the nurse practitioners, which have been great. Number two, are they going to ask the right questions? The questions that I need to be asked, do you have, different things, if any health issues, and, for like heart, kidneys, liver, which they ask all that, everything, for IV therapy, for B12 shots, for anything, they go above and beyond and ask all the questions, and their blood pressure and everything that's very important to do these procedures, they ask them all. And that was my concern. I'm like, okay, how detailed are they going to be? Are they going to ask all these questions? Is it going to be, is this exam legit? Which it is. Everything is perfect on there. I can't even recommend a change or anything. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. So it gives peace of mind to me because I know they're asking all the right questions. And so when I send my nurses out there, I don't have to stand over and watch and make sure that everything's going to be okay, because I know it is, especially with the good faith exams, because your nurse practitioners ask all the right questions. And then we've had some patients get turned down because of certain things, and I'm happy. I'd rather them go take care of themselves or have to go to the hospital or whatever it is that they need to be done than hurt anybody. And so your nurse practitioners have caught a couple things, and I'm like, oh, good. That makes me happy, because you need to be checked out. And, sometimes things happen for a reason and you don't even know. And so maybe that we couldn't do an IV on that patient that day, but they went to the hospital and figured out a couple things and are like, oh, I need to fix this before something really bad happens. So I think it's great.
And it sounds like that ties into, your ethos and why you started this, which is to ensure that people are healthy and there aren't greater concerns, hiding beneath the surface. And that's, again, patient safety is so paramount. It's why this company and why the good faith exam is required in not just your states, but, majority of the United States, to ensure that patients are healthy candidates for treatments. I think a lot of times we assume, based on aesthetics, that it's elective and that everyone's a good candidate for it. But there are, contraindications and situations where a patient isn't the right candidate for a treatment, and better to find that out before than after, for sure, as we've heard some stories, that go that way.
Absolutely. And like I said, I don't do this because I'm like, I need more money or anything. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's more to help people, and I want to do the right thing by the person. And if you're in the health field and you're just all about money, then you're not in the right field. You need to be doing it because it's a passion. It's because you want to help people and do the right thing by people, and give them your knowledge and help them do better.
For sure. What would you tell someone? Take yourself back to 1 year, 1 week ago. Knowing what you know now, Winter, what would you tell someone who was considering outsourcing their good faith exams to Spakinect?
I would tell them, don't walk, don't wait, run, fill out the application as fast as they can, and maybe they can beat my time, because that is how much, seriously, Spakinect has really given me so much peace of mind, and I wish I would have done it sooner. I wouldn't have so many sleepless nights. I seriously wouldn't. And it's just amazing. It's amazing how you guys provide so many different states too, which is even more amazing. And I really appreciate that, because from whatever I decide to open my branches at, you guys are there for me. And I don't have to go run around and hire a whole bunch of nurse practitioners or doctors. So you guys already did the legwork for me.
That's something you and I have talked about personally, is, growth. And, can Spakinect help you increase your patient capacity, your business capacity? And I appreciate you giving us that plug there, as today Spakinect is live in 30 states. Anytime we decide to enter a new state, we ensure that we are more than prepared. And so where you grow, we're there to assist. Today our network of nurse practitioners can handle any amount of throughput. I just want to talk on one thing. You specialize in these events, right? Where you probably cannot predict how many patients are going to come to you in a minute, an hour, a day. Has Spakinect been there for you in those situations? I know the answer, because we can handle any amount of throughput. It's really, how many devices do you have?
Right. I've had you guys on 6 different devices at one party, between 40 to 100 people a day.
And was that an environment that was fun, lively, smooth?
Oh, absolutely. We're here in Vegas, so it's always fun. Absolutely. And we have a lot of conventions here, and I do a lot of conventions, and I do a lot of VIP events here also. So it's nice that I can, as many phones as I can find to put you guys on, or computer tablets, I put you on and start interviewing patients. Yep. So it's really nice instead of just having one provider, one patient at a time, which takes longer, So there's times when I've did 40 IVs in 2.5 hours, and you guys stepped up your game. And I told you, and I'm like, listen, I have this big party, just so you know. And you're like, okay, I'll make sure the team knows. And that you're so great, honestly. It's so great to have a connection right there. Like I feel like when I call you, I'm phoning a friend. I'm like, hey, phone a friend. I'm like, I have this big event that's coming up. Can you please help me out? And you guys are always there to step up with me, which is nice.
Winter, I remember that first one, and I don't want to keep going back to it, but I think that that's what makes Spakinect who we are. Our culture. You say our providers are always smiling. This is a testament to our co-founders, Elaine and Paulina. They've created a culture at Spakinect where we work with great people. Everyone I work with, I consider a friend. It's a fun place to work. And then I get to meet people like you along the way, which just kind of adds another layer of fun. Again, that first meeting, dogs on screen, like those are the types of people I want to chat with. And then, to kind of go back, you had said, hesitancy is Spakinect going to be as thorough or extensive or, as you were. And that's a common conversation I have with people interested in Spakinect is they are hesitant to hand this portion of their process off to someone else because they do it a certain way, or, they put patient safety at the top of their list of priorities. Mm-hmm. So for you to say that, we've taken 13 years of experience and created a dynamic process to ensure that we treat each patient uniquely. Yep. That every patient, it's not bulked into a pre-populated form of questions. This is a dynamic process that treats every person that enters our network as an individual to ensure that they're healthy candidates for treatment, to protect them and to protect you and that license that you worked so hard for, and then we extend it to the medical director then the medical director, we're protecting them and they feel comfortable with peace of mind. So, I can't tell you how cool it's been to learn more about you and the business, and you've really helped me grow. And I've mentioned that to you in private, how you've given me information and insight. I'm so thankful to have this connection. I guess last question I have for you, Winter, is, so Spakinect saved you a little time. Let's just say today. What are you going to do with that time? Is it mom duties, wife duties, horse duties? Tell me what you got on the personal plate moving forward.
All of it. Yep, all of it. Yeah, my days are pretty crazy. So I wake up pretty early in the morning, work out, and then get my daughter ready for school, take her to school. And why I'm doing all these things, I have other nurses running around using your guys' service, Spakinect, which is nice. So that frees me up a lot of time. And so, and then I run the office and run IVs all day long. And then I ride my horses after work, pick up my daughter, ride the horses, and get ready for dinner and the whole next day and everything. It just keeps going. So it saves me a lot of time and worry because I know why I'm doing my other things with my kids and my horses and my dogs, that Spakinect's right there for my nurses, and that they're not calling me every other minute asking me a bunch of questions, that you guys can take care of them. And they feel safe and secure with Spakinect also, which helps.
Well, I have one last favor. It's just please give the dogs and horses a gigantic hug from an animal lover, and wish your family the best. What I want to do is encourage everyone listening out there to participate in this contest. You have someone participating who goes by the name of Winter, and as we mentioned, her tenacity. So anyone out there that's watching, that's listening, hopefully you learned something today from a super healthy, fun, natural conversation with someone who cares about Spakinect and someone who uses and cares about Spakinect. But join the contest, and maybe you can use Spakinect for a whole year for free, which still seems so crazy to think.
It's crazy.
We have some cool interactive tools on the website now, like a calculator that can really illustrate time and money saved by using a service like ours. I think what we're going to do now is jump over and peek at the leaderboard. So again, this is not the final leaderboard. This is just where it stands as of last night. So continue to do everything it tells you to do. Watch these videos, and we will be picking our winner on, let's see, what is it, on the 27th,
right?
27th. Now, there it is right in front of me. This is when the screenshot was taken, but the contest will end on the 27th. Important word to all of our PST clients. It ends at 11:59 EST, so we're getting shorted a few hours here for all of our West Coast fans. But just want to make sure that everyone gets a fair chance to jump in and participate. It's really cool, this contest and what we kind of put together for all of our loyal fans and clients out there. I think now would be a cool time to jump into some Q&As. If there was any out there from anyone that, has a question and would like to get my answer. Okay, so we got a question. Is the Spakinect Telehealth GFE platform easy to integrate with my current systems? What do you do to ensure compliance? Winder mentioned this earlier, that when her RNs are going out and facilitating treatment, that she can actually jump into the portal and look at the good faith exam. So we have a Spakinect portal that all of our clients get access to. It's super clean and easy to use. And the evaluation is done in real time, and that good faith exam is sent to that portal in real time. So immediately upon completion of the evaluation, it is electronically sent to the Spakinect portal, ensuring HIPAA compliance. And then the medical director and anyone that wants or is given access to view GFEs can see it right then and there. Mm-hmm. And what makes Spakinect even more easy to use is that we integrate into virtually all EMRs today. So what that means is we'll send the detailed good faith exam to the client's portal, but then it'll also populate within the patient's chart in their EMR in the notes section, giving the team a quick overview of all the treatments that the patient was approved or potentially deferred for if our providers found a contraindication to treatment. Question number 2. Can you tell me more about the training of your providers? I want to ensure they give the same level of care I would. Winter, I think we went over that, but what I want to say is that as our providers are employees of Spakinect, they are all aesthetically trained. What I think is super impressive behind the scenes that a lot of y'all might know about is that our clinical department meets regularly for advanced training and to ensure that we stay ahead of any industry trends, to ensure that when new treatments are hitting the market and added to our database, that our providers are well-versed and trained in those treatments to ensure that they ask those questions like Winter talked about to put patient safety at the forefront of each evaluation. Another question. You said in the previous live that Spakinect works with businesses of all sizes. What happens if I grow? How do you support my growing business? Winter, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but you feel like you could answer this one for me?
I can totally answer that. I can totally answer it. So I started off with a really small mobile business, and I was worried about that. Like, how am I going to grow bigger if I'm just super small, and I have one nurse practitioner and I'm trying to run around and do all these things, and I'm going to have to add on more nurses. Well, the good thing is Spakinect is always there with you, mobile, in office, everywhere, in many states. So it's just, seriously, like I said, phone a friend, phone Spakinect. That's all you have to do. That's what I'm going to start calling you guys. Phone a friend, Spakinect. And that's all you have to do. And they're right there with you, growing your business, no matter where you're at. So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I think the true test, no disrespect to the brick and mortars out there, but a real test of Spakinect and its partnership is that mobile environment that Winter lives in. From a house call with one patient to the hustle and bustle of Vegas, where she said, could be 40 to 100 patients. I know we've passed the test for winter, and all of our clients over time, and we'll continue to pass that test. So as you grow, we are here. That's what makes us special and unique to this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions out there for our background wizard? Or did I pass that test? Great. Let's move on and let's talk about what's next for this and that and what's going on. So we really, really want you all to participate. This is such a fun event for Spakinect that we've never done before, and the feedback and response and inclusion of all you guys has been super fun to watch. So happy to be a part of it today, but I've been following along since we started the first of the month. So do us a favor and register for the contest, spakinect.com/contest. And then there's a special word that maybe you caught on to throughout today's presentation, but today the code word is growth. And what we really want you guys to know based on everything we said is that we're here for you today, tomorrow, and whatever your business transforms into in time to come. It sounds like, join us Monday to meet the incredible Spakinect team behind our GFEs, which means you'll get to see me again. I will do my best to have a fun new background for everyone. And again, the contest ends on January 27th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So to, again, our Mountain Central West Coast fans, just know 11:59 Eastern. Our next live on Friday will be focused on questions about the contest, as it's all going to be coming to a close before you know it. So jump in, follow the contest, do everything it asks you to do, get as many points as you can so that we can hopefully pick you as the winner here on the 27th. I guess it's my
Chris, we forgot to tell everyone. I am so sorry I have to interrupt you. We're having another flash challenge today.
What is this, Tiffany?
Yes, very similar to on Tuesday. We're going to have a flash challenge until 3 p.m. today. Every single business that you get to sign up and join through your unique link, you will get 500 points for. Not 200, but 500. So make sure to use your unique sign up link. Share it with new businesses, and if they sign up, then you've got 500 points until 3 p.m.
I feel special to be part of this flash challenge. Listen, again, you guys follow the instructions, get as many points as possible. Can't wait to find a winner on the 27th. Tiffany, thank you for being the mastermind behind this today. I'm glad everyone got to hear your voice. I wish everyone got to see your face. Thank you. Thank you, Winter. I know something today, that time is the most precious thing we have. Mm-hmm. And for anyone to spend a few minutes or 40 minutes of their time with me, it is incredibly special. And Winter, again, thank you for being you. And for all the people that don't get to say it to Winter, thank you, Winter, for being an animal lover, a people lover. I'm so impressed by you, and I'm really lucky to call you a friend, Winter. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate you also.